We back. Let me know if we're still laggy. If we're still laggy, I don't know what to tell you. All right. Well, I guess I'm not moving. You can't tell if it's choppy. What up, Jorgie? You playing golf today or what? Hey, listen. When you play a 6,400-yard golf course, things just happen. And I guess the golf course also was only 6,400 yards because it's the first time out here. It was wet, it's cold, it's snowy. Lost multiple balls to plugging, and my first time swinging, so I wasn't going to tip it out at 7,000, okay? But, yeah, I had multiple eagle putts. The par 5 I did not make in 2. I put my tee shot in the water and still made par, so that was exciting. Yeah, it was great to be out on the golf course yesterday. Told my boss I needed the day off because I had to pay. That makes a whole lot of sense, Matt. I need the day off so I can pay a bill instead of coming to work to pay for said bill, right? We have, I play one course that's really short, like 5,800 yards. Still can't score there, but then the other ones I usually play have the 7,000 option. Depends on who I play with, but I mean, I hit my driver far enough that I can play the 7,000. What do we want? Wraith and Druid side by side? I think, yeah, the Druid's a tad wider, excuse me. A 6,800, I would say, is my sweet spot. I'll play 7,000, but then there's some holes then that are tough. The one course I play that's like 7,000, I call it a long 7,000. When there's a par 3 that I have to hit a 5-wood into, it's a long course because it has a couple short par 4s that are guarded, so you can't necessarily hit driver. So that adds a lot of length, and then it's 7,000 on top of that. But just like anything, that's not the whole story, just the listing of the thing. 68 is my sweet spot. 63 to 65 is still very playable golf where you have to hit good shots. I think just the profile. I mean, you tell the difference. You tell the difference a lot on the string, though. Druid is a lot quicker, where the Wraith has the superpower of so much momentum, nothing's going to stop it. The Druid is not that momentum based and powerful on the rim. Druid's kind of like that in-between spot Wraith and like the AL7 Arbiter X. The short course that I have fun at, that I still, for whatever reason, can't score, I can drive within 20 yards of one par 5 I can't. Two par 4s I can't. Then there's 5. So a 12-ish of the par 4s, or 11, I can almost drive the green or drive the green. It's only par, holy cow, par 69. But it, on the front 9, it has 3 par 3s in a row, so that's why it's hard to score, and they're not easy par 3s. So almost always bogey 1 or 2 of those. If I get out of there with 3 pars, I think I'm always expecting to be under par. But usually I bogey at least 1, sometimes 2. How's the Wraith going to be for your first G2? What kind of yo-yos do you like? I would also love a par 3 course that was by me, like a real par 3 course. That would be incredible. SL1000 as your first G2 is kind of wild because it's a very niche product. Yeah, I would say SL1000 would not be the ideal first G2 from my end, for that to be your first taste of G2 because it's so crazy. But you're still here, so it worked out. If you send him an Afterlife, Wraith is not even close. Very opposite ends of the spectrum. Are we choppy? We good? I think I ended up dropping a whole run of SL1000s last year in the office sales. D23 and Wraith, first ones to get. You'll be here for life. Have all the emails been sent out for the Druid yet? Everybody that won a Druid from the lottery was emailed. I haven't checked to see if everybody paid. Hopefully I didn't transpose any emails, and hopefully nobody did when they input it. Life in an OG Banshee. Yep, you'll be here for life too, Brendan. Area 51, your first G2. That's wild too, really. Because that is such a unique little guy. Throw them in the trash boxes to possibly be repurposed later on with some cutting boards or display pieces. Oh, that's good. Good, Trevor. Thank you. You got to remind me. So you got a Wraith, and didn't throw it. How does that work? Any glitches for sale? No, nothing for sale today. Yeah, so this loadout Tuesday, I didn't have any loadouts, so we had the specialty drop with the Wraith. Hopefully we'll be back next Tuesday. That's what Trevor just reminded me about the loadout to see if they were able to get done. I'll let you guys know here shortly. TIBR. So tired. I don't think you cannot be good enough to appreciate it, but because then you play that game and you could argue that down the board. Wraith, loadout, didn't matter. All right, so I'll spare you the details. He said he'll box them up and have the first box, so we'll have loadout Tuesday at least next week. I don't know about after that. That string is white. Yep, that string is white and diamondly. Diamondly? I don't know. Same, Corbin. Black swirls are just, What's up, nerd? Diamond-esque. These Wraiths and Druids will come with Diamond Bloods. The Patreon shipment for January should be, hopefully be, the last shipments without Diamond Blend. hopefully those slates will be coming out for you, Trevor. But I have another proto coming in, so it'll be a little bit. I have some very strong feelings that the slate is going to be a favorite for organic fans. The Diamond Blend has nylon in it, and it's like small batch. This is strung by Jeremy, the owner of Zipline Strings. It's not a big factory that's spinning thousands of strings a day. Does that make a difference? Maybe, maybe not. Quality control is much higher. It's going to last longer. I think it plays better. String is still personal preference, though, for sure. Actually, I forgot that I did the pre-order on the slate too, so you guys will get to enjoy that. And I don't, yeah, for the lottery style. It's very interesting. So the lotteries for the protos, and I think maybe it has to do with the quantity. Like, you know, I'm limiting it to 20. So maybe more people sign up for that than when people didn't want protos as a monthly shipment. More people didn't. I don't know. Or maybe more people signed up for the lottery that aren't monthly shipment getters. I'm not sure for the protos. But the plan for the protos, if we had enough interest for the monthly shipment, was going to be 3 different choices of protos. So it was still limited, but I have to check what colors I have for the leather holsters. And ceramic bearings, I think I have. I just had to put in the store. But never mind. I can do things with my one diamond blend that I can't with my cheap poly, so it makes a difference. That's consistent across the board too, depending on some players for specific tricks as well. I don't know, if you're super into competing, you just like that consistency of that 100% poly, I think. And you are rapid fire swapping out. You do your routine once to break it in, and then that string is good for a few practice rounds of your routine, and then you swap it out. But competitive players will do the routine once on a fresh string, and then they'll consider that string basically perfectly broken in. Is the bimetal pilgrim? What? I'm not sure what that is, Cliff, what you're asking. Is there a bimetal pilgrim? No. The closest thing to that would be a Luna, and I don't really think they play all that close together. Yeah, I'll have to check for you and do a restock. I know I have black and blue, and I think brown. I think I have a bunch to restock. What happens with a lot of that stuff is I just don't list it because I don't necessarily think about it all the time. the main focus is always yo-yos. Thursday or Friday we should be testing those arbiters, so that's a little more entertainment than a packing stream. Anybody going ECM? Dietz is going. I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious about the turnout. Arbiter looks so nice. The AL7XSS is the one that will continue in production. That's my favorite version. That's why it'll continue in production. No, we don't. It won't be a surprise, and I think I've already shown it. The Poison Plum. It's a purple clear wash with rainbow rims, blasted. Kind of, it's like a mix of a purple, but it's not as purple as the Dream Burst. It's a little more pink, but it's not as pink as like the gumdrop. Gumdrop, drop top. It's a nice one. I don't know if it's your color or not, Cliff. It's not a unicorn storm, but it is nice. Oh, I mean, there's always going to be him in the future, right? How close in the future? I have no idea for you. I like to have one every couple months or so. I don't want to overproduce them, and I don't, you know what I mean? I want them to remain being special. but I do like them, and lots of people do. So try to get them out there fairly often. Any idea if there will ever be an ATC yo-yo? I'm not sure. I've thought about it as it being its own yo-yo. I've thought about it as it being or just an ATC engraved like Respawn. I mean, it could be an ATC engraved anything. Maybe a slate that's built for art and engraving. But then it just kind of, yeah, how many credits is it going to be, and how many can I actually like afford to be giving away? Interstellar Valhalla, yeah, I'm okay with that. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I haven't talked to Damien. I sent him, I found, like before this project started, I sent him another package. I found the last Arbiter, or not Arbiter, Valhalla that he didn't have. But I mostly contact him via the good old Facebook, and he's not on the Facebook, kind of like I'm not on the Facebook, so I haven't really talked to him about it. I want to get the prototypes in and then see, is there going to be more changes? How close is it to being a Valhalla? Could it use a different name? And then we'll see how that works. See if I don't know. It's kind of it's goofy because it's off of a collab yo-yo with the Valhalla in the name, but then Damien wasn't part of the process making the X, so it's kind of more of a respect thing to figure that out with him. My guess is he won't care. I'll just send him a few if we keep the name, but I want to see how close it is in person. CAD and render and it just in person it can be just look completely different. The one I posted in the BST for like somebody looking for a Valhalla, offered it to them. That is the one that will be dropped next. I like the credits earning you guys free stuff. You know what I mean? There just is a limit on how much I can spend on the free stuff. You know what I mean? It's just figuring out the right way to do it. How much does ATC benefit G2? How much can I take from the G2 funds to fund ATC giveaways? You just post your trick with the submission tag, and you will get your points if you complete it correctly. Why do you need to pay people to learn tricks? I don't think it's really like paying them. I think that is just helping with the motivation, and then that might get you off of the couch to do the first one and to increase your skills, a little motivation. And then I think just the ATC community is pretty awesome, and that is carrying and pushing people to throw and learn. And I think that a lot of community and friendship is built through trick sharing and learning and building. A lot of that happens at club, and this is kind of like a virtual club for us. The mustache yo-yo where you're just basically buying one at cost. For a, well, mustache was, yeah, cost and donation, or I do a donation for you. Well, I mean, disquieted Trevor. So if I gave away one yo-yo, that's fine, or well, I guess in your case, 5, 10, 15, 20 yo-yos. I'm more worried about the, am I going to have to do a run of 50 yo-yos? That gets to the point where it's not sustainable. But yeah, I could do the lottery idea, but then you lose credits on nothing, which stinks. But I could also just, I don't know, I could lottery it off who gets to use credits on it. There's a lot of different ways to do it if I decide to do it. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't mind giving out the credits. Like I said, it was just that's where we're at for like the yo-yo. That's the business side of things. Um, Coin and sticker, they're pretty cheap. Hat starts to get expensive. Shirts, less than the hat, but requires more time on my end because I have to print it. But Trevor, to that point too, I don't always do things that are directly business smart. If I wanted to do what was best for the business, it would probably be a majority of just um, pre-order. You know what I mean? And then I wouldn't leave really any money on the table, and it would be most of the time maximizing sales. There's still people after pre-orders that missed the yo-yo and won it, but time for a flex fit hat. I don't like flex fit hats at all. One, because my hair gets long between haircuts and it changes sizes, and most of the time I don't like that puffy band on the sides. But a lot of people have asked for flex fit, so I know I'm in maybe in the minority there. ATC bucket hat. I mean, like ATC cases make a lot of sense. But in reality, if I just do a black case and you can make it an ATC case with the decal, that makes sense too. You know what I have to do that I haven't yet, which makes more sense too, is the black shirt. Because the white shirt, listen, I like white shirts for wearing. The white shirt is not optimal for filming for online Yo-Yo Club. So I need to get the other ATCs ordered, the other prints, and then we can get the black shirts out there. ATC notebooks on the list. And I mean, some of the goods for ATC are already here, and I just have not listed them, like the supply bin. And now that I bring that up, remembering it, it's because I don't have a name for it. So we have, I mean, this is, well, I modified it from a Zinn tin or a snuff tin or whatever. So this is deeper than them. So there's more room in this bottom section for string or whatever you want to put in there. Your unused Zinn, definitely not for those. Nicotine patches or whatever pouches. And then the top section here, I guess black wasn't the best color, but you have a top section for your bearings, axles, pads. But I just need a name for it. I know a guy that does shirts too. The issue, and he gave me a very I mean fair price, because he has to do work and you need paid for your work. So when I do the shirts here myself, I don't pay myself anything, so the actual cost of the item is much less. Yeah. But that guy will be doing some shirts for me this summer. But as many months as I can do, I need to do. Yeah, time is money if I have something else I could be doing to make money, right, Trevor? But you're also, time is money on the item you're giving away. The resupply pod. The supply, I like supply pod. Supply pod, supply crate was where my head was stuck. Supply puck, supply pod, supply kit. So that's all right where my head was at. Supply bin, kit, pod. Because in Halo you drop down in the pods, right? What are those pods called? The Spartan pods. Opportunity cost for sure if I had something else I was going to actually do. So the motivation has to be there for me to actually put in work somewhere else, because then I'm really just going to catch up on other stuff. Like, well, I already did the capsule. Is that what it's called, Joseph? But I'm going to catch up on, like, I need to update the website still, which is just pure laziness on my end, not dedicating the time to that. I forgot my wife had a hair appointment, so I got the kids upstairs, so I might have to go at any time. The butt puck. Pocket pod. Resupply pod. What else is here? Cash. Oh man, this makes me want to play poker. I haven't played poker probably since like college. ATC poker chips. What did I do? What did I do? Did I do two thumbs? No, I did one thumb, one pointer. I'm the man. Hey, get out of here. I opened myself up for criticism. That would be fun. That would be really fun. That would be... Is there a trusted website you can host for free? Like if... Holy cow, this is a great idea. Wow. Tournament style. Buy-in. I have one perfect Rainbow Blood loadout. That would be the winner's item instead of cash. And voice chat, how could we, because you would want the chat only for table specific. You wouldn't want it for the whole tournament. So if we had 2 tables of 10 to start, you want 2 voice rooms. Then when we combine, you go to the other table. But we also want viewers to be able to hear the chat and be able to chime in. Guys, this is a really good idea. I'm not going to UYYC, so we can't do it there. Otherwise, that could be cool too. But the problem is, I'd be more interested in the poker tournament than the yo-yo contest. Yeah, I want the free tournament. The money would stay out of the setup. Yeah, dude. That's a great idea. I knew I'd do these live streams for a reason. G2 Poker Night. And now it's going from getting the Rainbow Blood loadout to a custom, like a engraved champion, like a World Series of Poker ring, a World G2 Series of Poker respawn. This sounds legit. Yeah, let me know. I gotta figure this out. That's a good idea. Trevor, did you get your Druid today? The Druid coin is perfect. They're like for as I don't know. The quality is okay. For a free throw-in with a yo-yo, I think they're really good. Sounds good. Thank you. I'm going to check that out and see if it makes sense to have a little poker night. Maybe the first one is just a cash prize. We see the interest, and then I throw in the idea with the yo-yo prize. The Druids from the lottery include the coin? Yeah, all Druids will have the Druid coin. This man, he's at his house. He knows the Druid is in the mailbox. Druid bimetal, I assumed yes, but noob, and there will be a first bimetal if so. Yep, Druid is a bimetal. Stainless steel rims on 606. Actually, I don't know. I have to go back and check. I don't know if I had to go 7068 for the center area on this yo-yo to make it strong enough. I forget. You guys see how long this stuff takes? So, I think I mostly like the Ripper. I like to do a lot of suicides, and that flat bearing, that flat part in the middle helps a lot. Like a flat bearing is the best for suicides, but I don't like the flat overall most of the time. So Ripper gives me the best for the most part. Cliff, yeah. Yeah, let me see. I mean, what, Oak? What? What? No, I can't come up there. Come here. Breakaway pod to play on the yo-yo trick, but you can break apart a yo-yo and fix it on your way home from away from home. I can't read, guys. Letters are not for me. Yo-yo looks cool too. Yeah, the coin is amazing. Yes. If you guys are wondering, I love the coin. Brian, he did the art for these. Snailed it, nailed it. Good God Almighty. Did I do the pointer finger again? Wraiths don't have coins. We're slowly transitioning into the coins for the older stuff. So like I've got 1.5 Grunt, B22, Afterlife, Evolution, and Customs on order. What's the symbol mean? It's the symbol that was made for the Druid. I think that little rune, I call it a rune because I think of RuneScape with that little logo. I don't know if it came from World of Warcraft or is just inspired by the World of Warcraft Druid logoing. That's what I was kind of getting at. Like, the quality of this coin and the detail is not going to be as high as the Pete's Pirate Life stuff, but you're also getting it for free with a yo-yo, so you have to keep in mind that aspect. I mean, if you wanted both, Trevor, I would have signed up for both and just put in your preference of only wanting one. And I'm assuming you signed up just for the berries and cream and did not win. I do it all by email, so I don't really know who won and who didn't win. I'd rather just not know. It just keeps things the best for me. I need to add Nessie 24 to that. You are smart. So the lottery was just equal opportunity for all paid members. I think the quality is good. I was just comparing it to the coins, like of $100 coin versus what you're getting for free with $100 yo-yo. I would say that the quality from free to 100, I don't think you're going to notice quite the difference, but yeah. But I'm also not Peter McKinnon with that type of demand, and probably can't mark up a coin, whatever it was, 10x minimum. What's up, Nico? Yeah, I got to package the wraiths too. I don't want to enter something I'm not supposed to and get banned for something in future ones. I mean, if so you're a paid member, you can see that link. You're good to go. Sorry if that wasn't clear. Yeah, the original T52s were before we did coins. The engraved ones. I don't think I can with the mold, but that would have been cool to have a matching coin number to the engraved. Car, bear, chicken, tree logo? What is that? Bear. I don't know. Are you trying to get that with the druid? I don't see. I don't know. I see the bear. I guess that could be a chicken. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess the brass ones. I definitely, I don't know. I don't know what the actual margin is, but it's very different when you have that type of demand on an item. And if you do a smaller release, your margin is going to be larger instead of a larger release with a smaller margin to still make the X amount on X project, right? But that little whiskey glass was one thing that I do wish I would have bought from Pete. And it's not even, it wasn't even like, I don't know. I thought about it too long in the price, and I don't know if those sold out right away too. Maybe I just missed it. It's been so long. But I learned a lot from Pete as far as making videos, photo editing, that I don't have any issue supporting him in that way. That, listen, he's given me basically free lessons. I can repay that with a overpriced item. I love the sound of tie throws. Yes, the toy was machined, coming soon to a G2HQ, maybe close or not close to you. How did I mess this up? Maybe I didn't. It looks like I can get some average Throwers Club whiskey glasses. Pete's. Ooh! Would you like to know how much they are on eBay for a set of two? $245 right now. They are cool. V1 Pirate Glass Cup, new in box, $315. These were in 2020. Yeah, so it's been a while. They're still cool. Hopefully I make products that make you guys think they're cool like that. Titanium, I think, what do I want to say about titanium? The price is the price. Do you want to pay twice as much for a titanium yo-yo that's going to perform the same on the string, but it's going to sound and feel and evoke a different emotion? It's just that's the hard struggle I get with making titaniums, because it is such a item that is very much like, just, is it worth it to you on a personal level? Can't really quantify it in play. I think oh no, I have the glitches I can take the pictures of for the website. Who is Pete? Peter McKinnon, I don't even know what he does now, but I don't know. He was a YouTuber making YouTube videos. Started with like how-to tips and tricks, and then he did a bunch of vlogs style stuff. Very good at storytelling. In that Casey Neistat day and age. Was a product photographer prior to that, and basically when I was at work I would watch Pete videos and learn things for how I wanted to video or take photos of a yo-yo, or how to use Lightroom in a certain way. He did a lot of Photoshop stuff. I still don't know Photoshop, but so I learned a lot from him on YouTube. Kind of created this side personality brand that plays into the EDC community. So that EDC product photography, that was kind of his niche. So now, having created a fan base, now you have items to sell to that fan base. Oakland Gene! We can go to the bus stop in a half hour. We can't. The bus isn't coming yet. But I'm gonna finish packing these up, and then I'll go outside with you. Okay? Is Maddie still sleeping?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? What is she doing?
I don't think
Well, just is she or isn't she?
I don't. No. Yes. I hear you.
Hey Joe, I don't think so. Nothing yet. And I don't think it will on something that's small for me. Actually, as far as I understand it, it's the reverse of what I thought. There's higher tariffs on parts than there are completed goods. So in theory, it should hurt me more than the bigger companies if it affects us. Where bigger companies are getting completed parts, completed items shipped. I believe that was like a 12% tariff. And now there's supposed to be a 25% tariff on what I would be getting as far as parts. But I think my total value is under the threshold, so I don't think it's going to affect me. Oak. I'm gonna go have to watch my kids like a good old dad here. Dogcast is tomorrow. Yep, 10 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern. Good episode for you guys. We filmed it this morning. Yeah. Thanks for sponsoring. Again, Mr. Fox. I would say, like, even, I don't want to say it wouldn't affect me even if they, even on the low value of my total shipments, it would affect me. Let's say if it was 25% on my raw parts, it would affect, but not enough to like shut down the business. A lot of my cost is in anodizing. Anodizing and QC control. Hey, as long as those checks keep coming through, I'm happy to have a long time sponsor. I mean, I sent you the latest. If you want the word mark across the bottom the whole time. We printed prototypes one time, and it's a waste of time in my opinion. $117 doesn't exist, so that green and gold doesn't exist. We'll see. There's a lot to play with on the Valhalla X. If it stays a Valhalla, if we like the prototype. Oh, Jacob, you ding dong. I think both are needed. The berries fade though. Isn't one of them a prototype? Is one a prototype and one is production? Same color, two different aluminums. Do you have both protos? Yeah, okay. So I bet you some people don't know which aluminum it is, and you can tell from the spike. So in my opinion, for the collection, the completed collection, it's more important that you have the production version than the prototype, if that matters to you. If my opinion matters for your personal collection, which it shouldn't. The only thing I would tell you, which is probably not my smartest thing, I don't know how much sense the sponsorship makes, because the what is it called? Who the program reaches? So your advertisement is reaching, it's not clients, people that already know you're looking for, right? So probably not the best use of your funds. I don't even remember how much difference there was in weight. I know it's minimal. I think it was like a gram. With that said, I like the lighter one better. I like the 6061. I think you can feel the difference. A gram is close, like when you look at it overall, big picture, but when you're playing a lot, you can feel the difference. And I would say, like, especially as I've really started to really do some redesigning with the AO7s, you definitely feel the difference. And it's not just weight then, though. The shape is the same, so it's the same size. It's just lighter because of the material change. It's the same CAD. Hello?
Well, I feel like at that age, sort of like some kids are getting those stairs and some aren't yet.
My wife accidentally called me while she's getting her hair cut. Should I listen to the conversation?
They're like giants, even though they're really not. You know, like. Just like I don't like the tall ones, but yeah, like girls mate. She's tall as I am. I mean, both our parents were right. Macy, her.
They're talking about stuff I don't care about. Brendan has them all, man. He's just missing on one. This is how the G2 Empire falls. I don't think she could say anything on there that would cause the G2 Empire to fall. No, there's things you could say, but I don't think there's any true things that she could say. Oh, 8, 12, 13, 2 more. Beautiful Wraith yesterday, thank you. Hey, Brennan, does it make you feel better, though, that you're not the only one? You're the only one with the Valhalla, but somebody has all the Arbiters, somebody has, like, all the Covenants, somebody has all the Reapers, somebody has all the Banshee SS. Sam's is a little more normalist. He has one of every single production G2. Proto Council. Are you collecting all the councils? Wiggs offered, but I couldn't let him do it. All right, I'm going to go check on my kids. Do dad things. Hopefully I'll be back down in the office tonight to start shipping these Wraiths and Druids. If not, that'll be tomorrow. Last one you need. Let's go make sure the kids aren't dead.